Hey, sexy. Yeah, you. You've tuned into the Sex Talk with Khrys show. Here, we're truly embodying the sexual energies within us and living them out loud each and every day. Learning about our sexy, affirming our beauty, and so much more. Here, we're empowering our sexy and applying all that yummy information to every facet of our life. So sit back, get comfy, and let's enjoy this extremely sexy ride. Welcome to the Sex Talk with Khrys show. Hello, my lovers of sex and pleasure. We are here again. I am sitting here with Shireen. I am so excited to have you on the couch with me. I keep looking at you and I'm like, is this her? It is her!
In the flesh.
First of all, so I remember when you were married, right? Mm-hmm. First off, it was like this blur. Okay.
I know.
And I was just like, wait, what? One Sabbath I saw you. And then the next it was like, you were sitting by yourself. And I was like, wait,
surprise.
What happened? So I have so many questions, but I have known you for a very long time in my head. I have not said many things. I used to be like, oh my God, she's so cute. Look at her hair. Look at her little shape. Oh my God. Ooh, I hope she don't get no babies because baby, her body is amazing. Like that's what I was thinking. So then one day I just was like, okay, I'm just going to talk to her. And then you were really cool. And I was like, okay, like I love this energy. So when I realized that you were married and then divorced, and I know that you are currently, dating and outside and these kind of things. So, of course, I have so many questions, right? So I want to know, like, this blur of marriage, what happened? Like, how did you get married and unmarried so fast? Like, really, I have to know.
Where do I start? So I got married in 2016.
Okay.
And I got divorced in 2020. It was finalized December 5th, 2020. Wow. I will never forget the date. And every so often I look at the letter and I just say,
Okay.
It just, things just happen. People just change and you just go on different journeys. And I was on a different journey and so was he. And we just decided to go our separate ways.
Wow. So let me ask this question. What was that light bulb moment that said, this is not my place. This does not serve me. I need to leave?
I would say when we were towards the latter part of things, when things were just going down south.
Okay.
And we were in counseling. And he told the counselor, he said, I would never love her. I would never want to have kids with her. That means I'd have to love her. And I just don't love her. I knew it was over then.
Okay.
Do I need to repeat myself?
Wait.
Do you want me to paraphrase it for you?
You were sitting in the place.
Well, we were actually over the phone doing this.
In the same place?
In the same place, yeah.
And girl, you ain't punch him in the nuts? Like,
you know what? I think it happened so fast. I just didn't know, I didn't know what to say. I think I laughed, actually. I did laugh. And I just said, is he for real? I said, okay.
So did you love him?
I did. I loved hard. I did.
Okay.
I did.
Okay.
Was I perfect? No.
Okay.
I had some mishaps along the way, but I did love him. I did.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. So did you ever find out why? Because if somebody says, I will never love her, I don't want to have kids with her because that means I will have to love her. That is coated in so many other elements than just, we're not jiggy together. It's resentment. It's, I don't like who you are. It's anger. What can you really identify that says as for his reasoning as to why? Because that's a heavily loaded statement.
It is. Out of respect for him and his family, I'll say it like this. I don't think he was in his right frame of mind.
Okay.
I just don't.
Okay. Okay.
Because no one in their right frame of mind would say something like that after 4 years.
Wow. How long did you guys date prior to getting married?
3 years.
That's 7 years.
Yeah, a lot. It's a lot.
Okay.
A lot of time.
Do you look at it as he does not have the capacity to love me or love anyone?
I would say he didn't have the capacity to love me because he did not see that type of love in his household.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's fair. Okay, so let me ask you, how has love changed you? Like, good and bad. What is it? What is memorable and what is forgettable or unforgettable?
Okay, well, that is unforgettable and forgettable. I would say love has changed me a lot. I'm more woke.
Okay.
Definitely woke. More aware. My boundaries are set in place. I know what I want from what I do not want. But that part of my life, that chapter is closed. It's done.
No spinning the block.
No, never, ever, ever. I have no interest in going back. You'd have to shoot me for me to go back.
Oh, wow. So was the heartbreak instant or did it happen, kind of unraveling slowly?
It unravels slowly.
Okay.
And I say it unravels slowly because I'll remember it was a Sunday. We were having a conversation and I remember we were sitting down at the table and he just kind of came out of the blue and he said, "Oh, I'm in love with you again." I just said, "Okay, well that's kind of weird. What does that mean? What do you mean you're in love with me again? Okay. We've only been married a year and you're
Yikes.
You're making that type of statement. Who says that?" I said, "Okay." I kind of let it slide. And then, I noticed other patterns. He would, come in and come out. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. So, so many questions.
I know.
Like, pew, pew, pew.
Just ask.
Yeah. So what was your response when he said, "I'm in love with you again"?
I said, "What does that mean?" I said, "What are you talking about?" "Oh, well, I did fall out of love with you for a minute." I said, "We've only been married a year. What are you talking about?"
Ooh, like it. Maybe these things happen for him because I'm throwing out the lifeline here because 12 months is a short amount of time to have such thought-provoking statements. Like, this is heavily, like, this is big. And to say that to your partner with really no explanation, no kind of framework, no baseline, nothing. Mm-hmm. It's like this back and forth on this love, machine.
Exactly.
Wow.
Yeah.
So did you ask for a divorce or did he?
He did. He begged for it, actually. This was during the pandemic, around 2019. So he begged for it. He did. I can remember him texting me one day and he said, "When all this is over, we need to go down to the courthouse and, we need to just file the paperwork." And I'm like,
a text message?
I'm like, dude. I'm like, are you stupid? We're in a whole damn pandemic. Are you dumb?
Right. This is the part where we're leading into each other. And I know I hear a lot of women that are married and they're like, or not married, and they're like, "Girl, if you married, lean into what works." Did you ever feel that lean into what works until okay. Was it a lean into what works until it just can't work? Or is it, this is what you present, I have to hear what you're saying and abide by that?
This is what you present, I have to abide with what you're saying.
Yeah. So as a woman, like real shit, as a woman, how did that take a toll on you in terms of love, future relationships, potential next marriage? Like how did that look initially?
For a while, I was really checked out. For a while, I was really, really angry. And for a while, I questioned myself. Like, is something wrong with me? Like, is it the way I look? Is it the way I act? The way I talk? And I'm like, okay, I can take accountability for certain things, but it's not fully me. And the reason why I say it's not fully me because I was there. He was not there.
Okay.
Literally not there.
Okay. So I'm assuming that there has been some great work that has happened with you. Speak on that a little bit. What does that look like? Because a lot of times we as women, we take what happens to us and we turn it towards ourselves. And we blame ourselves, because a lot, especially when we don't have other answers or anyone else to, get or ask our questions to. We don't even, we can't do that. We're in a space where this has happened to me. Now it's time for me to figure out, why has this happened to me? And we can't answer our own whys sometimes. So how did that look for you?
Well, definitely, I think the first thing I needed to do was I needed to sit down and I needed to examine myself. I needed to take accountability for my behaviors. I definitely wasn't patient. I wasn't supportive. I wasn't encouraging. I had a mouth. I may look cute, but I had a mouth and it wasn't pretty.
She said I look cute, but I had a mouth.
And I kind of still have a mouth.
Yes.
But I mean, I took accountability for those things. Then I did the hard work. I had to go to therapy. I needed to go to therapy. I needed to do some healing. I needed to do some praying. Okay, I needed to talk to Jesus. I had to go in that closet and talk.
Right.
And I needed to take some time to just enjoy my singleness. I needed to redevelop myself, reinvent myself. I needed to evolve into this healed version of Shireen.
Yes. And I would assume that this healed version feels, how does that feel? And first of all, the fact that as soon as I said that, it was this amazing smile on your face. So it's obviously something that is like, ooh, I'm here, So speak on that for me, because healed, whoever it is, healed people that, that we show up for ourselves, a lot of times is so less heavy. We're so much happier, but we have to get through the woods. Our light is right up there, but we gotta get through this bullshit first, because someone feeling less than a lot of times doesn't come from within. It comes from how other people are making us feel. And so when we have the opportunity to change the trajectory of our lives, whether we're in a negative season, whether we're in a positive season, just the fact that we're looking at ourselves in the mirror saying, this is who I am, but I really want to be somebody else with less baggage, Like, did you have that feeling for yourself in terms of, I need to be this healed version of me? In terms, like, was that something that you went through at all? I understand that you did go to therapy, but I guess I'm trying to ask you, what is it that if you had to tell Shireen yourself, what would you have done in that moment? That's what I'm trying to say.
Gosh. Man, that's a hard one. There's so much I could tell myself. I would probably tell myself to... Gosh, that's a hard one.
I try to come up with thought-provoking questions.
Yeah, it's not that I can't answer it. I feel like I need to sit in it.
Okay.
I feel like I would need to sit in that some more to respond to that. But I would definitely say that the healed version of me is ready to just jump out. I noticed that the healed version of me does not sit well with a lot of people. It doesn't. A lot of people feel like, well, something about you is different. You've changed. No, I'm just not going to tolerate nonsense. And if you don't like it, well, that's just too bad.
Correct.
And that's just me.
Do you feel that you were too accepting in your marriage?
Oh, yeah. Oh yes. Oh, did I put up and accept a lot of, oh yes, ma'am. Oh yes.
Give me a good example of Shireen accepting some bullshit that today Shireen would have definitely been like, absolutely not.
So, if you're married to me, I dare you to tell me that you're talking to anyone on social media and writing them love poems, and you're not doing the same for me. I dare you. Because this Shireen would probably, I don't want to say break your phone, but I'd probably definitely have to walk away and just excuse myself and give you a moment to recollect your thoughts, because
Wow.
who do you think I am?
Yikes. Girl, I ain't gonna lie to you. You are much better human than Crystal. I remember my husband in his maladaptive behavior days, okay? And we all have them in our relationships. But I remember he came home one morning with a plate of Waffle House. And I remember it was late. Girl, I waited till he took the Waffle House out of the bag. And when I say I tapped that whole goddamn thing up, I was like, I wish you fucking would. Are you fucking serious? You out your goddamn mind. Like, the whole kitchen had Waffle House all over the walls and shit. Like, no, you're playing in my face. That's not going to happen. Like, but it was back when we were younger, but I think that it's important for us to have our boundaries. And I think sometimes when we feel like we're in our marriage, that we're like, oh no, that's my husband. This is what he presents. It's okay.
No, it's not.
No, it's not. Not absolutely not. Because marriages still have whole people in it with emotions. And when these emotions are led astray, abandoned, belittled, dismissed, we as humans feel diminished, and we walk with that. And the more you do, the more diminished we feel, and we walk with that still. And if we don't stop this, now this whole human of Crystal, Shireen, whomever, is diminished to the point that you look in the mirror and don't even recognize yourself anymore. And that is a danger in it. Yeah. So when I hear these young women are like, oh my God, I can't wait to get married. I'd be like, girl, okay. You can marry the perfect guy. Exactly. And you're going to go through that shit. Exactly. You better know it. Because, the reality is we all come to the table with what we've seen in our homes, the example of love that we were given, and we model that. And everybody ain't whole. You see a whole human. They ain't whole. So let me ask, because my question was, would you ever beg to stay? But I already know the answer to that. Look at you. What the fuck? That's what your face said. So let's talk about now where you are, right? What entices? What pulls you in? What is the attraction when you are, outside, for the lack of a better term? What is it?
For me, of course, besides the physical attraction, it's the conversation that gets me.
Yeah.
Like, you need to intellectually stimulate me first before we can talk about any other type of stimulation.
Correct.
That's it. That's it. If we can't have good conversation, then leave me alone.
And it's so funny because I saw a post on Instagram and the girl was like, yeah, you could buy me all the Gucci and a Chanel collection and take me on all the vacations. But when we get there, what are we talking about? And I felt that because it is some really handsome guys out here. And I would hear them in interviews and I'm like, you're an idiot. Jesus, my God. Like, how does that even work? How does that even work? To the point where I feel I'm thinking about other things while you're talking. I am not connected. We are clearly would be unequally yoked, right? You can't even hold a conversation with me. You telling me all the stuff you have, all these other things. For you, is that a turnoff if a man, if he comes and is like, hey, I'm such and such and this is all I have. And what taps in? I know the conversation, but what is it that a guy can do that sends these, your antennas just up in the air like, I'm tapped in?
I would say tapping into my love language without knowing my love language.
Ooh.
Does that kind of make sense?
I want you to explain that.
So I can be introverted, but I can also be extroverted as well. So if you can find a way to bring that out of me in terms of like quality time, physical touch, words of affirmation, you got me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You got
okay. Okay. Are you currently right now seeking someone for playtime or for the long distance? Where are we?
I think I'm seeking someone for the long distance. Now.
Okay.
I mean, playtime that's great, but playtime gets boring after a while. Like I just want to just dive in and let's just go right in, you know? So definitely for the long distance right now.
So definitely you being married before and now divorced has no bearing on the future of love for you.
Oh no, definitely not. I'm definitely not closed-minded. I'm definitely open. And when I was initially divorced, oh yeah, no, I definitely was locked. Had no interest. But now it's like, okay, I'm ready to put my toe out there, and I have a little bit with a few people.
Okay.
So I mean, you know, yeah.
Okay. What have you learned about yourself in terms of resiliency, in terms of like who you are?
I definitely am stronger than I was. I definitely have grit. I can handle anything.
Nice.
I can really take on anything.
Nice.
And I'm going to tell you how I can take on anything.
Okay.
I have an experience with this guy I met on an app. Absolute nut. And, you know, we were talking or whatnot on video, FaceTime, whatever it's called. And he literally just goes in. Complete stranger going in on me.
So give me an example of going, because I can't let you just ride over that like it don't matter. I need to know what.
He was cussing.
What?
And I'm like, I don't even know you. Why are you
Like? Okay, give me an example. Like, fuck you, bitch. Suck my motherfucking dick.
Not that far, but
Okay,
you know,
okay.
just a whole lot of I don't know you. You know what I'm saying? It was his idea was we matched and you should be talking solely to me. And I said, hey, bro, that's not how it works. I can talk to whoever I want, whenever I want, because dating is collecting data, and that's what we're doing.
Wow, dating is collecting data.
It is. I need to know.
Wow. Let me tell you something. You done said a whole mouthful there.
But it is.
Because a lot of times but some women feel just like him, and they bring that energy like, oh, you're talking to me, it's only supposed to be me. And how do you do that? That's like, you know, somebody saying, Crystal, if I'm not married, Crystal, you're not supposed to sleep with me. Huh? What are you talking about? What does that even look like? Like, what? How can I get the data from anyone else if I only sleep with you?
Exactly.
I need all the data. I am a sexologist. I need all the research now. Okay. That was before my husband. Now Buddha is my only muse. I love it.
Okay, so. All right. Ain't mad at you, girl.
So tell me more about this guy.
I mean, he was a nut. You know, I mean, he was clean, you know, nice looking. Good job, you know, own business, had a daughter. That was fine. That's cool. I can deal with that. But we got together one night talking over FaceTime, and he just said, well, are you talking to other people? Yes, I am, because it's a dating app. Okay. Well, I'm focused on you. I only want to talk to you. Okay, well, that's great. But I'm going to talk to other people at the same time.
Correct.
Okay?
Correct.
And that just did not sit well with him. And he just unleashed. And he said, you don't even seem like the monogamous type. You don't even seem like you want to be with the man. You don't even seem like you want a relationship. I said, okay.
The monogamous type.
I said, okay, this conversation is over.
But my question would be, what does a monogamous type look like?
What does that even mean?
Right. As you're on a dating app. Obviously, sir, neither are you.
It's the 21st century.
Right. Oh, wow. So now we are at New Shireen. What does a guy need to possess to tap into you? What does he need to possess in terms of who he is as a man, what he presents?
I need you to be confident. You got to be confident. You can't be walking around Pien.
Not pum pum.
Not looking, not comfortable in yourself. You're slouching, you're dragging behind me. I need you to walk with your head held high, your chest sticking out.
Yes.
I need people to see that, oh, this is her man and that's his woman.
Yes.
I need them to know that we bring something to this room.
Yes.
Not no pien. Okay.
That is so funny. So, confidence. Give me another one.
You need to be emotionally and mentally sound. Like, that's really important.
That's what I was waiting on.
Like, I mean, you can have the job and all that stuff and the money or don't, then that's fine. But you need to be emotionally and mentally sound.
Right.
I need you to not check out when life, like, really gets ugly. Because life can be ugly sometimes. I need you to be there.
Yeah.
I need you to be present.
Especially someone that's willing to lean in.
Yes.
Leaning in is super important. And I think that's something that you may have lacked in your last relationship with your husband, with your ex-husband, because it seemed as though when things began to get a little difficult, he checked out. Mm-hmm. And it was easier to check out than to lean in with you. And that is what I believe. But again, I'm not in it, so I can only tell you what I see. But I believe that you gain a lot of things. Do you feel like you being in that relationship, learning what you learned, and then now on the outs of that, was that a good position for you in terms of where you are and where you're going? And do you feel lucky to have had those experiences?
Oh yeah, definitely. Because it's something that, I carry into my life now, like with work, friendships, but especially work. I'm just no nonsense.
Right.
Like, I mean,
Right.
I've had to unleash on a few people, these past few days, but it's just, hey, that's just kind of the way it is. And it's not that I'm angry. It's not that I'm bitter, but it's just, this is who I am.
Yes. And I love that about your situation, your story, because I believe that you took the energies that was produced from this and applied it to every facet of your life. Mm-hmm. And then out came this new you. So it's beyond just marriage. It's beyond relationship. It's relational in that no matter what relationship it is, you have this connective power that says, this isn't for me. This doesn't serve me, and I'm not tolerating that. That's a super fucking power, because a lot of times women, especially wives, don't have that. They don't even feel the voice to say that because, oh, I'm a wife. I shouldn't do this. I shouldn't do that. I'm supposed to do this. I'm supposed to. And for me, I've never had that problem. I've usually always, veer on the side of this one I'm not supposed to do, and this feels great, so I don't give a fuck. Mm-hmm. But that's not everyone else. I get that. So when I see somebody like you that is very, like I look at you like the girl next door, right? Very pretty, just so cute. And, everybody is like, Sheree, you're so awesome, right? And then here comes me, the black sheep. Who the fuck is that bitch? Where the fuck she going? Like, she got to wear that? Why she got all them tattoos? Fuck you and mind your goddamn business, But I love that you almost transformed in front of everyone's eyes. It's almost like the old you was hiding in plain sight, and you never got an opportunity to show and really spread your wings and evolve into this beautiful woman that has the boundaries, that has the know-how, that has all these things, the confidence in all those things. And I tell people all the time, a lot of times people believe their failures, is just, that's what it is. Mm-hmm. No, there's nobody that ever failed that did not learn something. You learn what, you're going down the same goddamn street. You're like, nope, let me go right this time because it was some bullshit. Like when I went left last week, but without those lessons, we are just leaving ourselves open to whatever life gives us. And we don't have to accept that. Exactly. And I just love where you are in that. So how do you feel about, marriage and moving on? Are you looking for a husband?
I'm definitely open, of course.
Okay.
Definitely open. I do have my eyes open. Definitely would like a husband in the future, like today. You know. But I'm open. I'm ready. I'm ready to share my life with someone. I'm ready to build a foundation. I feel like it's time for me to just kind of settle down. Maybe not have kids like right now, but it's time for me to settle down and build a foundation with someone.
Okay. And of course, this guy has to bring it with confidence and bring it with intelligence and bring it with emotional intelligence and all these other things, right? Do you have a no-no list? Like, we ain't doing that, we ain't doing that. And mind you, based off of what you've been through, is your no-no list, because I believe every woman has one, your no-no list based off of your last engagement with your ex-husband, or has this always been, this is what I don't want?
I think I would base it off of my ex-husband.
Okay.
Where do I start? I think my first no would be no family involvement. And that's really like top of the list.
Okay.
Like I can't have your family in my business. I cannot.
So this is something you experienced in the first relationship?
Yes.
Okay. And it wasn't positive? Okay. So where do you think that the disconnect was, and what could either of you have done better to have a more successful relationship with your ex-husband's family?
Well, first, I think I should have put my foot down when I noticed that they were just really nosy and knee deep in stuff.
Okay.
I should have just shut it down immediately.
Okay.
I don't know about him. But I know for me, I should have shut it down immediately.
Right.
I forgot what else you asked me.
Oh. What would you have? What could you guys have done differently, you or them? You know.
Okay. I feel like we could have separated ourselves from them.
Okay.
Not completely like, I don't know you, I don't want to be bothered with you, but just separate. When things happen, not always finding ourselves in their midst, if that makes sense. I feel like if we did that, like, I feel like maybe we could have been better off. But to be honest, it was just...
Wow. So it sounds like it was a plethora of things that was weighing on this.
Girl, I can write a whole book.
Oh, wow.
But I don't have time.
Please, I appreciate that.
I don't have time, sis.
But you seem so much happier, and I ain't gonna lie, I love this for you. I love that you went through this. I love that you had this experience, because I feel like it shaped who you are, right now. So let me ask this: what would you tell the younger Shireen in preparation for life with what you know? What would you tell the younger Shireen?
If you see something that's not right, it's not right.
Oh, okay. Oh, wow. That's it. Okay. And that's a lot in that.
It is.
So do you believe that you ignored a lot of things?
Oh, 1,000,000% yes, I did.
And
flags were not red. They were like the California wildfires. Wow. Yeah. It was bad. It was really, really bad. It was bad.
So did you turn a blind eye?
I did.
Why?
Because I grew up in a Caribbean household. My mom is Jamaican. My dad is Bajan, Guyanese. My grandmother is like staunch Christian. She's like, sure, you can just pray about it. And I'm like, okay, all right, yeah, we can do that. And, and then you listen to what others say. You can just pray about it. You can go to counseling and it'll work. And
yeah, it takes work.
It takes work, but that wasn't going to work.
Yeah. It takes work from two people.
Yeah, there you go.
Work.
Right. And I was the one working on it, and he wasn't working. He did not want to acknowledge the problems that were there.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Wow. So switching gears, has this had any play on your sexuality?
No, I don't think so. No, I don't think so. I mean, I'm a bit more reserved.
Okay.
I'm a bit more reserved. I'll just say that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So what, in this space you are, what turns you on sexually?
I'm going to have to say that for Khrys to laugh at. Or the Patreon. Get you a Patreon channel, then we can talk about that.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So
Patreon. I'm giving you ideas. Patreon is good.
Listen, the idea was already good.
Okay.
That's what
There you go. There you go, Patreon. I'll be there. We'll talk.
Okay. So, so do you believe that right now you're happy sexually?
I am. I mean, I'm not involved with anyone.
Okay.
But I am, because I'm in tune with my body and what I like. So if I were with someone, I could tell them what I like from what I do not like, based off of conversations that you and I have had.
Yes.
So yeah.
Yes. Listen, them tools be hidden. Okay. Trust me. So yes. Well, I believe that the voice we have sexually speaks so loud, even if we're just speaking to ourselves, right? Because we still have pleasure within us. Even if we choose to be like, shh, not right now, it's still there, and whether we pick it up or whatever, but it's all left up to our discretion. And I believe that your story is so profound for you in a way that, again, it addresses everything in your life in a way that says, this is who I am, deal with it, and it doesn't matter how you feel about it. I am okay with me. And that's a beautiful thing for us to say with our chest, because a lot of women don't possess that. I need to find a high value man, and I need to be this weight, this height, this, and it's so, I watch it and I'm like, what the hell are they telling these women? None of it is about self-discovery. Nothing about it is about boundaries. Nothing about it is about what serves us. Because before we get into a relationship with anyone, we must be one with ourselves. And until we begin to do that, we're going to keep spinning the block and figuring it out. And oh my God, what's wrong with me? Ain't shit wrong with you. You just got to just sit with yourself. It's okay. Like I tell people all the time, like I enjoy my personal play with coochie time. I really do. Because it's me. It's me and my fucking clitoris going, ooh, this feels wonderful today. And that has nothing to do with my husband or not. But how can I teach my husband how to pleasure me if I never pleasure myself? How does that work? So that as we talk about sexuality and as we talk about these different things that we don't even think about, and it's so mundane to us because we have a partner. So we're having sex. Is it the sex you want, or is it sex that's just offered because they are lacking the lesson in you? So I applaud your efforts. I applaud your therapy. I applaud your journey right now. And it looks so beautiful on you. Look at you. Yes. So let me ask this question. Do you have this guy's too young, this guy's too old parameter or boundaries?
Do I have
like the age limit? What are we looking at? If a 25-year-old walked up to you, 27, 32.
Okay, so 25, 27, no, because where are we emotionally? Like, what are you going to do for me? And it's not even monetary. What are you going to do for me? It's a no. Right. We can talk and have good conversations, and I can help you with things in life, but it's a no.
Right.
Hard no.
Right.
32. Maybe I can bend a little bit.
Okay.
But you may not be ready to do what I want to do. You may not be ready to get married. You may still want to play. And that's fine. You can play, but not with me.
Who are you? Like, what the fuck? Yo, you can play if you want to, but not with me.
But not with me. Yeah.
Okay. What's the oldest that you're willing to?
Okay, well.
Go get the fuck.
Well.
And why?
I'd say maybe 50s. Because I feel like you've experienced life and I can learn life from you.
Okay.
We can build together.
Okay.
You're more secure. mentally.
Yeah,
At least
for
I
sure.
hope that you're
For
secure
sure.
mentally, because I feel like some men in their 50s, they're 50, but they're like 20.
Yeah. Yeah. They're still outside.
Yeah.
So let me ask you, what is the age limit, or what is the age limit that you are willing to take a dive, with?
I would probably dabble with someone in their 50s, but you have to be emotionally, mentally sound. You need to be secure in yourself.
Right.
Because some men that are 50, they're still 20. They feel like they're 20.
Right.
I have someone that's in their 70s that's trying to entertain me. And, the idea sounds great, but, at some point you're going to die, and it's just going to be me, so it's not going to work.
Damn.
So
that fucked me up.
so, and not to sound harsh, I mean, it could work for some people. Someone that's 36 may marry someone that's 72, but that's just a bit of a stretch for me. Sorry.
So let me ask. That was so funny. But you're gonna die.
You are.
Yeah, but so what? Okay, so let me. And I'm so curious. When this 70-year-old hit you, like, what did he say? I'm so curious. Like, what was the line that he hit you with?
It's just, you're just so beautiful. I would really love to get to know you. I'm leaving the door open for you if you ever want to walk in. And
He kicking them lyrics, though.
No, that's it.
So, and you said no.
We can just be friends.
So there was no kiss, no hug, no.
There was no nothing.
Nothing.
I mean, we've gone to dinner.
You ain't get that man no pussy.
Old men have worms.
Did you say old men have
My mom
worms?
has always told me that old men got worms. Yes, she has.
My Jesus.
Yes, she had. That was she told me.
Old men don't have no more worms than these nasty ass 20, 30, and 40-year-old motherfuckers walking around here.
Well, yeah.
But most of the young ones got real live STDs though.
They
so
do.
That's a real thing.
Bad,
Yeah, it's a real thing.
Is.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm too old to think about your sexual history. Like, when the last time you got tested? I feel like I'm too old to have them goddamn questions.
Yeah.
Rolling in my head. I feel like I'm at a point where if I want some dick, I just go get some dick. You see what I'm saying? It was so funny. The other day, my husband, he was walking down the hall. I was like, hey, I'm about to go somewhere, but let me see your dick. He was like, why you want to see my dick now? I said, just let me see your dick. He was like, all right. So I go to sucking his balls, right? In the middle of the fucking kitchen. I was thinking in my head, if my kids come downstairs right now, they going straight to my mama's house and they're never coming back here ever again. They're never going to eat food out of this kitchen ever again. I wasn't on no counter or nothing. So he looks at me. I was like, you ain't got time to do the whole thing. I was just trying to see if it was cool or whatever. He was like, you ain't got time to finish this shit. Like, I swear to God, I'm a nut fast. I swear. I was like, okay, let's go. If you'd have seen the sprint me and him did run into the bedroom, okay? It was the funniest shit. And then I looked at him and I was like, bro, we are some old ass, nasty ass motherfuckers. And I would not change that for shit, right? And so when I hear women like you, that's just like, I am waiting. I can't wait for my husband. And I feel like you're going to have that same energy. Like, whoever your guy is that fits those boxes, I feel like you're going to be on a table dancing by yourself, surrounded by candles as he walk in the room, like some spontaneous shit. Because I feel, you're reserved. But when that one motherfucker come, yeah, you going to, that's going to be you.
It's a pity I can't dance right now. I just felt like I was going to get up, but I said, let me not do that.
You're ready, aren't you?
Yeah.
Listen, it's fun over here. It really is.
So I've
it's
heard.
The randomness,
so
bro.
I've heard.
It's the randomness. He be like, God damn, baby. Look, I be like, hey. And I look, as I'm walking down, I'm like, the new crystal's back. Because my libido had went down for a little bit. Now, girl, I'm ready, Freddy. You can't tell me shit. What? I'm ready, Freddy. Okay? And I love that. But I believe that all the things that I've been through has allowed me to get to this point where I'm so confident and so secure in myself and my pleasure and my relationship as it, relates to pleasure. And it's something that I'm so serious about, something that I'm prioritizing. How do you feel about prioritizing your pleasures? It's something that it's something that's just offered, something that you just tap into every now and then, or is it something that you prioritize in a way that says, this is important, I need this to happen like this in regards to my pleasure, and I am not wavering on that?
Well, whenever the suitor presents himself, I feel like...
Not suitor, though.
Suitor, yeah. Okay, that needs to be on point. Whenever he presents himself, remind me, what were the questions again? The responses, tapping in, and what was the other one?
Tapping into your pleasure, and how does that look, in terms of your partner? Like, how does that look?
Crystal.
Girl, you sitting on this couch. Yes.
The Patreon. I'm telling you. Let's go to the Patreon. I'm telling you. I will give you guys all the details. The Patreon, okay? I'm telling you.
Okay. I'm gonna let you ease up off that one. Go ahead. You was about to say something.
Again, the Patreon.
Oh my God.
I will give you guys all the details on the Patreon. Trust me, I will.
Hey, listen, and I'm gonna hold you to that.
That's fine.
I'm gonna hold you to that.
Yes, you can. Yes, ma'am. You can. Yes. I got you.
How do you now define love versus what you've been used to?
Well, love to me was cooking and cleaning and being at the house.
Yeah?
That's what I thought love was.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
I know. Yeah,
okay.
But that's definitely not love. Love is, it may seem like a generic answer, but it's not. Love for me right now is, it's not holding grudges. It's definitely kind. It's definitely pure. It's definitely patient. Definitely understanding. That's love for me now.
Okay. I think for me, love is this nonverbal communication that two people have and possess. You can put two people together in a room and they don't have to crack their lips, and you can tell that there is a love between them that surpasses all things, right? And for me, that is how I feel in regards to my husband, right? He walks down the hall, I have to touch him. I'm doing my face. I'm like, oh my God, I walked in the house. I was talking to like 4 people on the phone. Let me put down my makeup. I got to go give him a kiss. I'll be laying in the bed like, oh my God, I just want to rub his face. Like that. But it's a longing for me. It's this intense, yes. It's this intense hunger to be in his energy. And he doesn't have to be by me. He could be on the phone with me. I could be looking at pictures. It's just this unbiased, non-judgmental feeling that I'm allowed to be who I am.
And I want that.
Yeah.
Definitely want that.
It's scary. I used to hit him like, I know you got other bitches. Ain't no way your motherfucking ass just mine. The fuck? Yeah. And he's like, what the fuck are you talking about? It's just me. But it took me years to realize that this person is possible. This person is mine and I'm his. And we have this entire just orifice just to play and have a good time and create our own world. Like, we are literally like Minecraft in that fucking thing. Like, we are building our own fucking world, blocking people out that we want blocked out and letting in who we want to let in. And then y'all got to go too, because we want to play. You see what I'm saying? Like, this is where I am, and it's a great feeling. But I don't believe that I would have been this way if I was this good girl to begin with. I don't think I was a terrible human, but I like to fuck, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? But back then it was this energy of, oh, well, we just having a good time. With him, it's so much more focused, so much more, pinpoint. This is who he is. And you can't fuck other motherfuckers and be with him. So you got to get that together. But his gentleness, it really gauged where I was going without him saying, stop fucking other people. You see what I'm saying? Stop being with other people. But it was, and so when I see somebody like you that to me has been quote unquote a good girl. I don't know for sure, but I feel like you have. You don't give me crystal vibes at all. No, you don't give me that. But you do at this point give me a woman that is fully insulated in her confidence and her pleasure and her journey. And it's beautiful to fucking see. Oh my God, I love this.
Gosh, I'm trying not to get up and
Look at
I'm reminding myself not to get up.
So my last question for you is this. Would you change anything about your journey if it was going to land you in the same place?
Definitely no. I would do it all over again.
All the hurt, all the struggle, all of that.
I would do it all over again because I wouldn't be who I am today. I would not be. Wouldn't have this grit. I wouldn't be this hard as nails as I am today.
Good. And I'm pretty sure you feel as this serves you very well.
Of course.
Yes. Oh my God. Thank you so much for sitting on this couch with me. I do feel as though women should hear from women like you, because a lot of times the things that you have gone through, some women are like, fuck no, I'm not going through this no more. I'm for the streets. Now be clear, when I say I'm for the streets, because I've been married 18 years and I have no interest in ever being married again. Okay, I love my husband dearly, but girl, this is my thing. I don't want to find out another guy's auntie name, mama name, your birthday, your daddy name, how you like your oatmeal, how you like your fish. I don't give a fuck, okay? Please leave me alone, all right? Listen, something happened to my husband, they're gonna die with him. I promise you, I tell him all the time, bro, I'm for the streets. What are you talking about? Crystal for the streets. And I'm okay with that. I promise you I am. Because the energy and the power that I believe marriage takes from you is not something I'm willing to give to another human being. Yeah. I've given my all to my husband, and that's the way God wanted us to do it. You know, I fell in line eventually. However, for me to jump on that bandwagon, girl, you out your motherfucking mind. What? Girl, please. My mama tell you, she's like, I don't see it. Because then another man potentially might want kids. Who's bearing children? What does that even look like? Ew. 42? No. Get the fuck out of here. No. I would be 60 before this kid is 20. Yeah, right. No. Absolutely not. No. My body is for, fun. This Six Flags right here. Yeah. Okay? Hey. This Six Flags. Whitewater, fun. What is it? Fun time or fun town, whatever the fuck you call it. Yes. Producing kids ain't it. Okay? Consider me barren. Okay. My fucking uterus don't work. That's what I want you to think. Oh, I can't get no kids off her. No, sir, you cannot. So that's how I look at that, right? And so all the things that I've poured into this, right? For 18, 20 years, you're with a guy, and to do that again, yeah, no, I just couldn't. But if I was at 4 years, 7 years, then you have a different look on that. But for me, yeah, no. No. Let me ask, if you was to get married again and it didn't work out, do you think you would get married again after that?
Oh, hell no.
Okay. No. Okay. Look, they lucky for your second yes. Okay? Yes. Thank you so much for sitting on the couch with me. I really enjoyed this conversation with you. Yes. So for all of you, if you liked what you saw, make sure you follow, make sure you subscribe, okay? We're going to get Shireen on Patreon so we can have the naughty part of the conversation, okay? So I just want to say that out loud so when I come calling, you're looking at me like I'm fucking crazy. Yeah. Oh my God. So we have the Sex Symposium happening July 12th and 13th. Make sure that you get those tickets at sextalkwithkhrys.com. We have so many things happening, and I can't wait to get you all immersed in my energy. It's something you will never, ever forget. Talk to you soon. See you next time. Bye.